Hey y'all, I'm Val with Our Forever Farm, and I hope you'll spend the day with me. It's just about 20 minutes out of your life, and I want to introduce you to 4 of my guineas. I don't know if they're male or female. Guinea fowl love to eat ticks. Guinea fowl will kill a snake, and we saw that firsthand. We saw them circle a snake and tear it to shreds. Guinea fowl are the best guard dogs you'll ever find. If somebody strange drives up and they don't know their car, they're not used to it, they will yell the loudest scream. I wonder what our neighbors think about that. But they're so fun, especially when they're mating. They're just lots of fun to be with. Well, they're going back to the woods now. Let's get started with our day. So I'm going out, and I thought y'all might want to see what I do with the chickens. So my little ones are in the coop, and I've got them, I'll show it to you. I've got them all separated from the big chickens. We're gonna let them out in the big run. This is the big run. They're in the coop. We're gonna let them, they've actually been out but separated. We're gonna let them out today. Let me get my gate closed here. So I'm gonna show you my chickens. Hello, little silkies. What do you want to do? Lay an egg? She's probably gonna lay an egg. So I'm thinking about letting them out. They've got food and water in here, but I don't want them staying in here all day long. And I'm thinking about letting them in this run and closing the door where the guineas can't get them. What y'all think, huh? What y'all think? Let's see. Well, my plan was to get all the chickens in here and feed them scratch and log them up. Come on. Come on. Come on. But I had to put some outside because they were loose. 2 of them were loose. Here you go. So they're slowly coming in, one by one. Go ahead. Go ahead. There goes Sweet Hunter. So I've got 5 in, 1 fixing to be in. See if I can run this other one in. Yay, I think I got them. Whoop. No. I didn't want y'all out. Come on. Go on in. Come on back in. Come on back in. There you go. There you go. I'm going to close this little hallway door. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're missing 1. Where are you? Maybe it's in here. So everything's closed up where they can't get out. Do y'all want to try to get out for your first time? Let's see what you do. Don't want to get out for your first time? Let's open these doors. So I've got 1 going on the nest and 1 on the nest. So that's 8. We have 8 altogether. Plus these little 6. Alright, let's see how y'all do. Come on. See if y'all can figure out how to get out. Can y'all figure out how to get out? Huh? Can y'all figure out how to get out? And let's see if the big chickens bother them. Let me get some more corn touched. Y'all see them? Can y'all see them? They're coming out. Yeah. What you think, huh? What you think? Look at that. They feel free. I've got a camera on the door I'm probably gonna have to move it where I can see these little munchkins. But so far so good. Everybody's behaving. I just want to make sure no big chicken attacked them, and I didn't want any guinea to be able to get in here with them. So this is the way I'm gonna leave them today, and then tonight I'll teach them to go back in the coop. I think they'll be okay. I really do. They're so cute. So look, see what I did was I had them in a cage right next to the big chickens to kind of get them used to the little ones. Now this is their first time out, the little ones. You can see them jumping around. They're real excited. That's just the way it goes because there is a pecking order. I do have 3 roosters in these little silkies. These silkies are my favorite. And look, the big ones are eating the baby's food. Let me go get that. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be eating the baby's food. Now you see her back? That's from Negan. Negan, here's their food. I'm gonna put it out here. Negan was my rooster, and I got rid of him because he was mean. Let me get the water. These little chickens are not roosting yet. I tried to let them do it last night on their own, and I even tried to put one on the roost, and they just wouldn't do it. So the big ones are wanting out, but I don't want to leave the door open, so I think I'm going to leave them in today and see what they do. So I don't see any big ones chasing the little ones. I see little ones chasing the little ones. Look how cute. Aren't you cute? Well, listen, y'all. Y'all have a good day. Oh, let me go see the ones on the nest. I think I can take... what are you doing up there? What are you doing up there? You're trying to get in the nest. I'm going to take this tent down. I had this tent up because I didn't want a chicken roosting where that one is and pooping on the heads of my babies. So here's their nesting box. You can see brown sugar's in there right now, and she is wanting in there. And you can have 10 nesting boxes and they'll want the same one. They're out. The only bad thing is the big ones are going to eat their food. Yeah, but by the time they get through that bag, they'll be ready for food anyway. And maybe they'll learn how to use the other feeder by being out. The big ones aren't bothering them at all. Okay, I didn't show y'all this, but this is a feeder that they step on and the lid pops up. But when you're training them, you have to train them with screws in the side that keep it open where it won't fall on their heads. So these big ones are gonna have to tolerate that while these little ones learn to eat out of the feeder. Other than that, the big ones were eating the starter feed. See how it popped up? Well, I've got, whoa, Sweet Hunter shot something. I've got the feeder popped up where it'll stay up all the time for them and, you know, won't get their heads. They're still up on this end, but they're mingling really good, and I think they're going to be fine. I really do. I might need, the camera is right there. I may need to change it on this end just so I can see everything. But it looks like they're going to stay in there. So I got to clean out the coop again, get all their stuff out, because I think they're going to learn. I think they're going to learn real easy. Carol's wanting out. She's wanting out bad. But I don't want my little ones to get out. So they'll be fine in here. If we go on a trip, this is where they'll stay. It's a big run, and they'll be fine. So y'all be sweet and have a good day, okay? Everybody get along, okay? You little munchkins get along with the big ones, okay? tell Sam's my favorite? I always show Sam. Carol isn't that bad. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Are you scared of the little ones? You were the one I was afraid to be mean. They'll get used to it. Okay, I got them took care of. They're gonna stay in for a little while with the babies, and I'm gonna watch them on my phone camera and see how they do. There goes my kitty, must be eating. Sweet Hunter fed it. So I'm gonna go in. Gotta go clean up too after being out there.
Good and tender right there. There you go, take it.
I'd like to see how many eggs she's got under. No, I ain't gonna bother. Well, we couldn't stand it. We ended up coming back out and doing some things and just enjoying the day outside. And of course, watching these little silkies. We were riding around on the gator and run across this turtle sitting there laying eggs. It's pretty cool. What kind of turtle is that? And now I've went to the garden and I'm working. I'm trying to tie up the tomato plants. I've already did it once and I'm having to do it a second time. It takes a lot because they're growing so fast. We've got so much rain, which I'm very, very thankful for. But I'm just using twine and tying them up to the stakes. Next year, I'd love to have the big baskets, not the ones you buy like at Walmart, but I'd like to have somebody make me some big baskets with, I think it's called hog wire, that you can put your hands through. I think that would be really nice. We used to have them at the farm, and I really enjoyed those because as they grow, you could just put the limbs up on the cage, and then as they grow the tomatoes, it's big enough for you to put your hands in to get a tomato out. We were late putting our garden in because of keeping the great grandbaby and just other things that happened. I wasn't feeling great, and of course Sweet Hunter's back, but he's helped me a lot, and we're getting it done, and it's going to turn out really pretty. I think it's going to be a blessing to us. Gardens are not made by sitting in the shade and singing songs and talking about how beautiful they are. They take a lot of work. When Sweet Hunter and I first got married 47 years ago, I had never been around a garden except for seeing my grannies. But I had never been involved in planting a seed, watching it grow, watering it. I truly believe that having a garden is believing in tomorrow. I've always heard if you have a roof over your head, food on your table, shoes on your feet, that you're blessed. But if you have a porch and a garden and you can sit on it, it is the ultimate little piece of heaven on this earth. And you can't work that hard without having something to come home to. So I went in and got cleaned up, put my pajamas on, and made Sweet Hunter a sour cream pound cake. It's his favorite pound cake. It's my best friend Vickie's pound cake. I make it quite often, and I've got a video on that. And we had to get right back outside because it was just too pretty to stay in. Watching my birds is one of my favorite things to do. I guess I'm officially old. Miss Kitty likes to watch the birds too. I remember a quote that says, "Life starts when you plant a garden." But you know, life can start when you plant a flower. It's as simple as that. A flower, a single flower. A bird planted this one. Did you know that you make a difference in our life when you comment on our videos, when you watch our videos, and most of all, when you share our videos? It means so much to Sweet Hunter and I, and we thank you. I love to take a seed or a plant, water it, and watch it grow. It's a miracle. Somebody asked me the other day why I share my personal life on here, on this video. Well, number one, I don't. This is just a little snippet of our lives. You don't see much at all. But these videos are mainly a gift for my children for when we're gone. I hope they'll always remember that there's more to life than going to bed, getting up, going to a job, and doing it all over again. Although we're all made to work, we forget sometimes that before we know it, children will be grown up, grandchildren will be married, and it'll all be gone. So just take the time to stop and smell the roses. And most of all, remember, life is but a vapor. So the desires of my heart may not be the desires of your heart, and that's okay. He will give us the desires of our heart. I love to share cooking from scratch, planting a garden, picking your garden, preserving food, staying out of debt, working hard, and making a home a home. The older I get, the more I realize I don't want to be around drama, conflict, or stress. I want a cozy home, good food, and I want to be surrounded by happy people. If you woke up today, you are already blessed. Our wish for you today is to have a beautiful day. Y'all go cook something.